every movie has random trivia. And here at Trivial Theater, I explore some of these movies and the random circumstances that make them the weird creations that we love. Ugh, it's not supposed to be storming inside the theater. What's going on? Oh, that's right. Today we're making it rain up in this bitch with Star Raiders, The Adventures of Saber Raine. After an introductory battle that matches the J.J. Abrams Star Trek series for the sheer amount of lens flares, we're introduced to the titular Saber Raine, a mercenary for hire drawn to an unknown planet to save a pair of royal siblings. By the way, I think the director was really proud of the name Saber Raine because they repeat it a fuck ton.
Captain Saber Raine.
Saber Raine.
Saber Raine.
Saber Raine.
Saber Raine.
Saber Raine.
Neil.
No, I'm pretty sure his name is Saber Raine. Hell, there's even a Saber Raine that appears a couple times in the credits. Anyway, Saber is joined by an elite group of warriors that must face down aliens with big fucking straws, a subtle Predator ripoff, and these hooded assholes. All that's before arriving at the fakiest castle you've ever seen. Inside Castle Bad CGI Effect, a pair of royal siblings are held against their will until they reveal the big important secret. After being tortured, Tyr finally tells his sister, Calliope, the secret of the MacGuffin in the most screen-chewy way possible. Once Calliope subtly changes from a white to a red corset top and finishes off her look with this lovely Hobby Lobby-inspired mask, she promptly stabs her brother in the back and pledges allegiance to the Jolly Rancher-headed bad guy. There's a series of hurry-up-and-wait fight scenes where I'm assuming the editor was on a coffee break or something? Seriously, there is some massive editing needed in these fight scenes, except for this epic, clearly important sword duel. I mean, you don't screw around with this level of awesomeness. Next, well, you know what? I think Saber summarizes this movie better than I ever could.
Teamed up with some bad guys. Tried to kill your brother. Some sort of plan for world domination, blah, blah, blah. My job was to find you.
The stock castle image explodes, the baddies escape, and Tyr exposits to a knockoff Vulcan, an 80s martial artist slash actor, and a dude wearing both a blazer and a fleece pullover. Tyr must be pretty hungry though, because damn, he's gnawing the shit out of that scenery.
We have a real threat looming over us, and they have proven themselves worthy.
Our last shot before rolling credits strains my ability to deal with bad green screen. It's not that the actors are badly keyed, it's that nothing blends. Rant aside.
What are they?
Well, that's what's called sequel bait, otherwise known as a poorly composited robot army that looks like it was rendered around the same time as the Star Wars prequels, and it holds up about as well. It's still better looking than anything the Sci-Fi Channel has put out. Anyway, to be continued, dependent on future funding. Star Raiders came out in 2017, the result of a Kickstarter that raised over $22,000 in the course of a month. Most of the crew held down actor roles, including the assistant director, unit production manager, and visual effects supervisor. We also get some notable actors, including Casper Van Dien of Starship Troopers and Sleepy Hollow fame, martial artist and actor Cynthia Rothrock, and stuntman slash actor James Liu. Putting aside the typically large amount of exposition-filled dialogue that makes up the majority of movies like this, we also get some incredibly cringy one-offs.
Your enormous bounty got me here.
Terminate with extreme prejudice.
I don't need you to tell me about my past. I lived it.
So, at first, this is an easy movie to discount based on a lot of factors. After all, it was featured in a live riff track show not that long ago. But like most things, there's good here as well as goofy. Since this was shot in Colorado, there's no end to scenic landscapes to distract from some of the lesser movie points. The practical effects are pretty solid, with the exception of this console. I might have snort laughed for a solid 5 minutes at it. Although I'm not proud of that fact, I am owning it. There are some really interesting takes on aliens, and the prosthetics are relatively well put together. Although they did make me think of an episode of Face Off, and I'm really not sure what that says. The alien insect character is especially well done, even if he's continually blown to Kingdom Come. The application of some of these prosthetics, however, does leave something to be desired. This is also true of some of the ADR, which at certain points resembles a dubbed 70s kung fu movie.
I've applied a remedy to the wound. You must give it time to work.
So, real talk here for a sec. Kickstarting an indie movie is no easy task, but as I watched this, I kept coming back to the graphics work, which for me was where Star Raiders fell down the most. Now, I've been privileged to see some absolutely brilliant effects work by YouTube creators that do this in their spare time, and I can't help but draw comparisons. For a production company that has a budget, small as it may be, I would hope for something a little better. You don't have to look far to see that money doesn't equal quality effects, but this just feels like it was done in the mid-90s and not the late 2010s. The way all these pieces fit into their environment doesn't do justice to all the work and care that clearly went into them. Now, having said that, this is a fun B-movie ride. I hope their apparent plan for a sequel comes about. That much work by fans deserves to be recognized. So what do you think? Suggestions for movies, trivial questions, comments, ratings, and an epic Mike Tyson-inspired face tattoo would be appreciated. Thank you so very much for watching.